convenience, taxi and cab taxi stand.
Thank you.
Here do we have the flip mode squad of the Impressionists. Let's have a look. Cézanne, Monet, Pissarro, Degas. There are a few names I recognise and a fair few I don't. From the first room, which was a big space with lots and lots of boards with different works being projected upon them, and they cleverly projected onto the floor. So maybe you had the water lily pond on the floor from Monet, and then on the walls you'd have like trees growing up in the bridges, so you're fully immersed in perhaps a Monet painting. And it cycled through a number of the Impressionists and their works, and it told you a lot, gave a lot of the history. And yeah, it's cool. I think it's a space where perhaps you could sit for probably a number of hours, I reckon. They've got a lot of material to run through. We spent probably 40 minutes there having a little look, and it's a great place to chill. And then you move into a space where it's kind of like 3D models where you can become part of perhaps the water lily and bridge scene, maybe paint a Monet yourself. And there are different things to do here, so you can learn how to paint a Monet and different interactive kind of things. And the most iconic of the Monet pieces is going to be the water lilies, of course, and here they have a mirrored room where you get to walk through and become part of the piece, and that seems to be the feeling here. It's immersive. It wants you to become part of the artworks, and so far so good.
You know I'm going to like this, a mirror room. It's like the mirror dance, mirror dance, mirror dance. Look how pretty this is, Mum. You will love this room.
And like all revolutionary art movements, they do like to go against the norm and do their own thing and perhaps annoy the older, more established ways of doing things. So what were the Impressionists doing? Well, they made a change from being studio-based in terms of where they produced their work. They wanted to be outdoors, trying to capture the real essence and the light of landscape painting initially, I think. And whereas before perhaps there had been a real focus on photorealism and getting things looking, well, as little like they'd been painted as possible and as real as possible, with the recent advent of the photograph, it kind of meant that, well, I wouldn't say it's redundant, but it could be done perfectly instantaneously, and Impressionism was perhaps more about the feel and the capturing of a unique moment done by perhaps more, I don't want to say crude, but it was an amalgamation of brushstrokes that let your eyes do the work to make up the picture that perhaps could change depending on how you're seeing it. It had a vibrancy to it for sure, and the pure patches of colour also added to that vibrancy. It was a 20th century movement, and of course Claude Monet was the father of it, and a number of all-stars here alongside with him who are representing to the fullest. So there we go. That's the little bit of what I remember about Impressionism. I always was a Cézanne fan though. I thought he was great, and it led into Fauvism and Cubism, and I am a big Picasso fan. And well, how long does it take to do a masterpiece? We could ask Claude Monet, or perhaps we could research the history books, or we could wait for Sarah to come out of the learn how to paint like Claude Monet, and how long will it take? I don't know. I'm keen to get a few snaps underneath these kind of installations where they have definitely set it up for TikTok for sure. So little spaces to sit and pose all around. I think you've been beaten to it.
When's this train coming?
You can jump in it. Trust you to stand right in the train tracks. Of course, where do you go before you leave absolutely anywhere? Well, it is through the gift shop, and are we going to get any Monet style merchandise? I think we've got all we need stored in our head. And what did I think of the exhibition? I thought it was pretty good. I like the interactive nature of it. I like these kind of exhibitions. I think it makes it really accessible to lots of different types of people. It was quite expensive, and it wasn't the biggest exhibition, if I'm honest. It had sort of a room and a street and stuff, although they were well realised. So yeah, I'm glad I came.
There's a room there where you could actually paint, but that will probably be here for like hours. But look at the umbrella.
There you go, stay as long as you can, because once you come out you can't go back in.
Look at the umbrella. That's cool. I'd probably take that.